This Sunday at youth group, we started a new series called Lifelines. In this series, we're talking about how the best friendships, godly friendships, are friendships that feel like lifelines. They're relationships that we can hang on to, count on, and trust. My favorite friendships are the friendships where it's okay to be real. As in real awkward. I mean, are you really even friends if you haven't swapped ugly selfies yet? We've probably all seen some pretty bad examples of friendships before. Maybe you're feeling the effects of a not so great friendship right now. But the good news is that we have a model we can try to learn from as we try to figure out what real friendships really look like. Being real can be scary, right? It's scary to be honest, vulnerable, and authentic with another person. No matter who you are, what you're like, or what you hide, we all have this in common. We want to be loved. But sometimes we're afraid that if people really knew us, they might not really like us, and they definitely wouldn't love us. A real friendship should be a place where you know you can be real and that you'll always be loved. Not every friendship turns out that way. Throughout this series, we're going to look at 4 times Jesus was a friend to someone who needed him. Then we're going to talk about what we can learn from Jesus's example. In Youth on Sunday, we read John chapter 4, verses 1 through 29. I'm going to sum that up for you right now. So this moment in Jesus's ministry begins with Jesus traveling through a town called Samaria, a place Jews, like Jesus, usually didn't want to visit. Because of their cultural and religious differences, Jews and Samaritans usually would not be caught dead talking to each other. But because Jesus is thirsty and because Jesus never upheld traditions that were rooted in hate or inequality, he stops at a well in Samaria to get a drink of water. There he starts a conversation with someone, a Samaritan woman. There's a reason that this woman is drawing water alone during the hottest hours of the day when the rest of her community had probably already picked up their water in the morning when it was cool. This Samaritan woman has something to hide, and Jesus knows it. He tells her to go get her husband, and then things get real. We don't know what happened to this woman's husbands, but we know that they're out of the picture. We also know that marriage in this time and culture was very different than marriage today. Today, marriage is a mutual decision between 2 people, but back then, women didn't have the same power in a marriage relationship. This woman wouldn't have gotten married 5 times just for fun. This wasn't a lifestyle she would have chosen. Without a husband, this woman wouldn't have been able to support herself financially. A husband was a woman's protection from poverty and homelessness. Can you imagine opening up to a complete stranger about the biggest, scariest, most broken part of your life? Me neither. But this woman opened up to Jesus. Jesus knew her secret, but he pursued a relationship with her anyway. He wasn't scared of her messiness or brokenness. When things got real, Jesus didn't shame her, reject her, or even get angry with her. Instead, he had a conversation with her. And then he told her the best news that she had ever heard. That he was her Messiah, the promised Savior, there to make wrong things right. She was so changed by her encounter with Jesus that she told her entire town about it. Jesus gave her a place where she could be totally real and totally loved, and it changed her life. There are so many things that we could pull out of this passage, but here's just one that I want us to think about today. Jesus gave this woman the gift of real friendship, and he does the same for us. No, this isn't the kind of friendship that involves after-school hangouts or year-long Snapchat streaks. This is the kind of friendship that says, you can be real with me because I'm going to love you no matter what. That's the kind of friendship Jesus offered to this woman. And it's the kind of friendship he offers to you and to me. The things about you that you worry aren't lovable, the secrets you hide because you're afraid no one would love you if they knew. Jesus sees the real you, and he loves you so much. Jesus is inviting you into a friendship where you can be totally real and totally loved. If you're not sure that you have a place to be real and loved right now, here's what I want you to do. First, get real with Jesus. He is offering the same friendship to you that he offered to that Samaritan woman at the well. Let Jesus be your lifeline of love, hope, and transformation. Second, get real with someone at youth group. Maybe it's an adult or maybe it's a peer, but get real with someone. Let them know that you're struggling or that you want deeper friendships or that you feel alone or that you could really use a lifeline right now. Godly friendships let us be real. So let's be real with God and with each other.